Star Wars, one of the most popular box office hits ever. It can't have many flaws then, right?
Well, we're about to rank each episode of Star Wars, discussing their good traits.
And their bad traits.
Some of it you'll probably already know, and hopefully some of it you won't.
Hope you enjoy.
What do you get when you mix bad acting, mixed with stupid characters, mixed with poor directing, mixed with dumb drama every 10 minutes?
Star Wars, Attack of the Clones, that's what. Now don't get me wrong, I really love the fight between Obi-Wan and Jango Fett. And all of Obi-Wan's storyline for that matter. But for about 95% of the movie, we sat there, on the edge of our seats. Literally, as we were cringing and not quite leaving just because we were in a movie theater with good snacks.
'Cause when you've got gripping, memorable lines like,
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
and
Believe me, I wish that I could just wish away my feelings.
you're sure to draw in some real critics.
And when you got Anakin and Padme ruining over half the movie,
You're in for a real show.
and why the heck do you see R2-D2 fly for 2 seconds and never do it again? There were plenty of other circumstances in which it would have been found useful.
But, of course, he never does it again. The good parts just don't outweigh the bad, and this episode is definitely the worst movie in this franchise, even with only a few scenes with Jar Jar. For starters, it was just way too predictable.
You already knew what was going to happen before it actually happened. No plot twist. Besides the fact that they kissed, and that they're siblings.
Moving on. Also, nothing bad ever happened to the main characters.
Well, nothing permanently bad happened to the main characters.
Did you know that Episode 6's original ending had Luke put on Darth Vader's helmet after he died and saying, "Now I am Vader"?
Now that would have been a good ending. No one would have expected it.
And it makes sense. Remember what Yoda said to Anakin? Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
And Yoda said the exact same thing to Luke in Episode 5 when he was being reckless and trying to save his friends at Lando's palace. Now, if Anakin went through the steps indicated by Yoda, and Luke did the exact same thing, wouldn't you expect the outcome to be the same as well?
And on top of that, they were related. The genetics would have been somewhat similar, making the chance of the outcome to be similar even higher.
One of the workers for Star Wars even quit because George Lucas changed the ending of Episode 6. Now, I'm not saying the ending was bad, it just could have been a lot better. Well, okay, I guess it was pretty bad.
Overall, it was just way too predictable and slow. Nonetheless, the ending was still okay. At least the destruction of the Death Star.